Welcome back, everyone, to Crypto and More. So today we're gonna talk about Bitcoin. I didn't make a video these past few days. I think it was like 4 days, maybe five that I did make a video. I think it was four, but I did mention, that this weekend was gonna be pretty volatile weekend, and for the most part, it was. There were some coins that were doing exceedingly well, some coins that were not doing so well. It was it was a little difficult to predict which one was going to go off and by how much. And obviously, the meme coins, Shiba Inu was going crazy. Um, and when Facebook announced Meta, I guess now going to be called Meta, all like the Decentraland and the Sandbox, they went pretty insane. And this Decentraland, man, I think it was like under $1. And then it shot up to like four something. I don't know where it's at right now, but it shot up pretty high in price. Um, but anyways, I knew this weekend was gonna be a volatile weekend. I didn't really want to trade it. I was gonna be busy. I was gonna be trick or treating with my son. So, this weekend I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait and see what Bitcoin and Ethereum do. When the week closes, week and month closes. And that's what I wanted when I wanted to look at the charts. So I did end up looking at the charts. Right now we see the Bitcoin chart right here. So usually I was really wondering when Bitcoin was going to close. I wanted it to close a weekly high compared to all the other weeks, and I thought it did for a second there, but actually when I came in to look at the charts, it wasn't the highest weekly close. So the highest weekly close was on the October 11th, and that was, let me see, it was the 61,504. And last week, or this week, it closed at 61,330. So unfortunately, it wasn't the highest weekly close that it ever had, but it was fairly close. It's not a terrible thing. The fact that it closed over 60,000 is was my main concern, but I was hoping that it did close above all the other weekly highs. I think that would have just made it a lot more bullish, but it's still okay. It closed above $60,000, which is perfectly fine for me. Right now, it's been trending sideways for about 3 weeks or 2 weeks, because right now we're on this one right here. We have to see above 60,000. Um, Worst case scenario, it'll meet. Well, it's not the worst case. I usually love for coins to bounce off the EMAs. So if it closes off the 8 EMA, bounces off the 8 EMA, that I'll be very happy about that, and it'll just keep shooting higher. Um, it is a little bit overbought on the Stoke RSI. On this RSI, it still has some wiggle room to go a little higher, but I would either like it to trend sideways and then shoot up, or bounce off the 80 MA and shoot up. If you haven't seen Alessio Rastani's video, he's very, very famous, popular trader. He talks about the Halloween effect, and if you guys know about it, I'm sure most of you know about the Halloween effect. Um, I recommend watching the video. If you don't know about it, essentially Bitcoin and the regular stock market tend to do extremely well between October 31st and December 31st. And he actually compares all the previous years on how Bitcoin did during that time. And he also extended up to like March, just to see how Bitcoin does between October 31st and I think March 31st, if I'm not mistaken. But he basically, just to summarize it, Bitcoin does extremely well during that time frame, and that's what I was mentioning in the previous videos, that Bitcoin tends to do really, really well between October 31st and December 31st. Those are bullish months. That tends to bring all the other coins with it, Ethereum as well, all the other altcoins. So if Bitcoin does extremely well during these months, you're just going to see a lot higher gains with the altcoins. I hope he does a video, or I'll probably take a look at how the altcoins do between that time. Probably the main altcoins, because it's over like, I don't know how many thousands of altcoins out there. It's gonna be very difficult to do a video for each single one, but So even though it didn't close, if Bitcoin did, even though Bitcoin did not close the highest weekly, it actually, if you go to the monthly, it actually had the highest monthly close of all the other months Bitcoin has ever had. So that's something that got me excited. It's a little extended from the eight. Actually, usually when it's monthly, I like SMAs more. It's a little overextended, but that's okay. Bitcoin tends to really, overextend when it gets to like the bull market and stuff. But this is awesome. It just shot up. I see as soon as it bounced off that at that 8 SMA, it like really shot up and it had the highest monthly close. So that's extremely bullish. The monthly is actually it's pretty low for the Stoke RSI. So it's gonna be some good months ahead. Uh, if you watch the video of Alyssa Rastani, between those 3 months that Bitcoin is above the 200 moving average, Bitcoin does about a 38.9% in terms of gains on average. So it could be a little bit less or it could be a lot more, but on average, comparing all those months, Bitcoin it goes up to about 38.9%. He did the math and he actually I had to write it down so I don't forget. Um, Bitcoin closed at 61,359. So that means that if you put the actual percentage average and add it onto the closing price, Bitcoin will be at around $85,000 by December 31st. Now, like he said, that's just average. It could do a lot more than that. He thinks it'll do a lot more than that. I think he said by March is on the average it'll be like around 91,000 uh dollars, but he thinks it's gonna be over 100,000 by that time. But I thought I would just share that the fact that Bitcoin closed above 60,000 on the weekly chart and the high and closed on the highest monthly ever. That's extremely bullish. So I'm excited. Let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna keep making separate videos today actually. So I'm gonna talk about Ethereum, probably Polkadot, Cardano, and some other altcoins. But I'm gonna do a video for each one just to make the videos a little shorter. Um, and so you guys could just watch the one that you guys are really interested in. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.